Hello. um. Okay. To be honest, I how do I explain this? Um. Wait. Okay. Wait. Let me. What am I doing? Okay. Okay. So, I finished Persona 5 Royal Royale. Um, and I kind of when it ended, I didn't feel like it ended. When it ended, I didn't really feel like, wow, this game is over. Like in my head, I'm like, I still have things to do. I still have mementos to go to. So, and I kind of, I don't know. Surely I'll play it again. Maybe I don't know. It was pretty long, but I thought in my head that maybe, um, if I do this tier list, because I did one like halfway, like I had 50 hours in the game and I did a tier list. So maybe if I do it now at the end of the game and I can talk about all the characters, then I can find like some kind of closure. I can feel like it's over. I don't know. It's so weird because I like play Persona every day and now I just don't. How weird. But anyways, okay. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's go. Let's do the easy one first. Kamoshida, what's that his name? Kamoshida. You can die. Let's make this here. You can die. And then here. No, no. Who else can die? Shido. All of them. All of them can die. I don't care about any of these people. Honestly, Kawakami can also die. I saw on Twitter. I saw on Twitter that there's a route with Kawakami where you end up dating her. How disgusting. In my route with Kawakami, how far I got was she told me that the debt thing was a lie. And then she also was like, "Oh, when I'm around you, I just feel so different. Like I feel so calm. Like ew, get off of me, get off me. You're a freak." I've never liked her. First of all, she dresses terribly. Okumura. Mm, the thing with Okumura, he was a terrible guy. Yes, he had a palace, obviously, but I feel because I like Haru so much. But he can also die. He did die. I don't. I don't. I decaf. The only one, Oya, Iwai. These are the non. Okay, wait. Let's not do it like that. Oya, you made live. Oya is kind of like she did the same things with, cause with both Kawakami and Oya, I didn't get that high. Um, but with the things that they did, I feel like Oya was more. She knew she was being ridiculous, but I bet there's also a route where you can date her. Hi or Tay, I don't know how to pronounce her name, but she made me uncomfortable a little bit. Like I like her obviously, and she's very much like out of all of the female adults, I would I don't know what I'm saying, but like she like her design obviously is made for people to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go after this milf. But I don't like that it's like an option, and I don't like how much she flirts with Joker. Like even when you reach rank 9 or 10 or something, and you like reject her, or like you tell her you don't see her like that, she still flirts with you, and I don't like it. Marky can die. What a freak. What a freak. What a freak. Maybe I should have left him for last. I have so many things to freaking say about him. I because I'm coming from the perspective of he's so much like I'm coming from the perspective of he's so much like Obito, but it was so different, right? Because Obito wanted this dream world where everyone got whatever they wanted because he wanted Rin back. And he was like being manipulated. He was being manipulated by Madara um, into believing that this was the way, which is the difference. Because the difference is that Madara knew that it was insane. He was manipulating. He was manipulating Obito. Nobody was manipulating Marky. Marky was just in this bullshit. Marky figured out the same thing that Madara did, and he didn't say, "Oh, this is some bullshit." He was like, "Oh, this is really truly the way of life." I hate. Oh, I hate the whole. I hate the whole story of like, "Oh, what about your? You won't have any hardships in life. What? Just do whatever you want. Like this is what you wish. This will make you happy. Let's just do it." What? And you're a counselor? Like, was he? I'm sure he was a counselor before Rin died. Which, isn't that interesting? Obito and Marky both experienced the death of Rin. Was it Rin? Or am I making that up now? Was it Rina? For Marky? I don't remember. But, just so freaking just like so selfish, first of all, and also like just a philosophy that I can't get behind, because this is a very philosophical concept, right? The idea of a world where everything is good and there's like a utopia and everything, but then what about free will, right? This is a very typical philosophical topic that a lot of people talk about constantly, like the free will versus living without any harm. Like this is a very like theological, philosophical conversation where if God was good, then why is there suffering? But then there has to be suffering in order for free will to exist, because that's just the nature of the world. And this is basically what Marky's taking away from people. He's taking away their ability to choose for themselves, because Sumi, for example, it was hard for her to like accept what happened with Kasumi, but with her own free will, she moved on, and that's what that's what Marky's taking away from people. And it's so freaking evil. It's so freaking evil. Just deciding for everyone, just being like, "Oh, you'll be happier this way." Oh, just terrible. I've been I've been seeing so much media lately with just terrible counselors, and it's it's just horrible. The Sopranos, terrible counselor. I was watching If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, terrible counselor. Marky, horrible counselor. Everyone, get your license revoked right now. Oh, also, you can die Morgana. Okay, maybe. Okay, I won't be that rude. I Morgana, can he die? He can, and I won't care. Okay, let me make a new list. Let me make a new tier. Add a row up. No, let's add a row below instead. Delete this. What color will this be? I do not care whether you live or die. Here, let's put that here. Yes? I hate Morgana. I hate Mona. I don't think I've ever like experienced any moment in this freaking game where I enjoyed what Mona was saying. He just talks too much. And he says so many stupid things. He says things that I already know. And it's so annoying to me. And he's always like, "Oh, I feel like you're tired. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that. I just want to freaking make coffee. Just let me make coffee." It's just so. And he forced me. He forced me to bond with him. He forced me to bond with him, and then he was like, "Oh, I'm like your brother now. I'm like your older brother now. Like we're so close now. You forced me to talk to you. I wasn't building these connections. If I had the choice, I would never talk to you ever. And he was forcing me into these deep bonding moments while I was trying to go to freaking sleep. And I didn't care at all about his arc of like, oh, what if I'm a monster? What if I'm a monster? What if in Deep in Mementos we figure out I'm a monster? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what you are. I don't care. I don't even care about him being human. And then when he did turn human, it was so uncanny valley. I want to shoot myself. He was so ugly. He was so and he was sleeping in the same bed as Joker. Just huge as fuck. Just taking up all the space. Terrible. Moving on. Um, let's do the ones neutral. Neutral. These ones I degaff. You know, I don't care about you. Where's Igor in this? Where's Igor in this? Yeah, I don't have any opinions about these guys. They just exist. They're there. Yeah, let's see, like, love, and then let's add one above. Let's do like love, and then the ultimate form of love is dying for them in real life, of course. Like, let's see who I like. I like Yusuke. The thing with Yusuke is his start with On made me hate him so much. And then I didn't do any of his social links. I think he was like level 3 or 4 by the time my game ended. So there was just nothing really for me to do. The reason I like him is because of the anime stuff, the stories, you know, the parts where he's like buys lobsters and stuff. But I really didn't like him. But to be honest, there are a lot of people in this game where their behavior towards On is like, why does that exist? I feel like it's to the extent where it's like a writer issue. Like, why are you having your characters say and do these things towards On? You know what I mean? Speaking of On, would die for in real life, 100%. Oh, On! I think from the moment I saw her, I was like, oh, I have to protect her with my with my entire life. Oh, she was just going through such a terrible thing. And to be very honest, during the middle-ish of her social links, I was kind of like, okay, that's getting kind of like nothing's really happening. Like, it's all just about her wanting to be a model. It was kind of the same thing over and over again. I was getting bored. And then the stuff at the end with Shiho was really, 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 really nice. And I think with the Maruki thing with her and Shiho, just seeing how important Shiho is to her, it really it like it makes me want to hug her. Like, she's so precious to me. And I hate the way that everyone speaks to her. I hate the way that everyone thinks about her. I hate the way that everyone looks at her. I think she gets to shoot everyone in the head if she wants. I don't care. I don't care who she wants to shoot in the head. If she wants to shoot someone in the head, I'm just like, okay, you do it. I trust you. I believe you. I think the writers kind of fumbled a little bit with On, because they kind of made her into this character that's a bit 2D, where she only has like 5 specific traits, and then it's just that like over and over and over again, which can be said for a lot of these characters, to be honest. But with On specifically, it's kind of like, mm, I don't know. I think because she was the first girl, I was expecting to like love her, to like fall in love with her, and I did. But then the more the time went on, and I guess the less time I was spending with her, because I had to get my other confidants out. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I do love On, and I would die for her. But I do think her writing could be a bit better. But I really love her relationship with Shiho, and I really like her resolve at the end of, oh, I'll be a successful model so that Shiho can see me and live for herself too. Oh my god, my heart, my I love her so much. She's just so sweet, to be honest. She's so sweet, and I love her friendship with Joker. Because Joker was the one that she was talking to in the beginning with Shiho. And then again, in rank 10, she says something like, "This is a familiar scene, I'm like leaning on you with all my thoughts about Shiho, and you're just listening to me." And it was so cute. I love On. But anyway, let's move on. To who? I guess we can talk about Joker. I like Joker a lot. I think in the beginning I made fun of him a lot because he's ugly. He's ugly in the game, but he's pretty in the other drawings that he makes. But his game avatar is really really just hideous. But I like him. I think he's similar to Byleth, where he's the MC, where you like he's supposed to be self-insert, but he also has like his own personality. So the choices that you make are based on him as a person instead of like me, if that makes sense. It's like through the dialogue you get to, or through the choices that you get to make, you learn more about Joker as a person rather than it being an actual self-insert, which is really nice. I think he I like that some of the options were really ridiculous because I think it was showing more side of Joker rather than it being like, oh, this is just a funny option that you can do. And I like that he's kind. Obviously, I could play Joker however I freaking want, and there's some instances where you can just choose to not be kind. But my Joker was really kind, and I really really like his relationships with everybody. He's a nice little boy. Not much to really say about him. Speaking of nice little boy, Shinya, my little darling angel. He, up to rank 10 with him. Oh my god, he's so precious, and he's so smart. And in the beginning, when he talks about like, oh, if I can succeed in this game, if I do good in this game, then maybe my mom will notice me or something. Oh, he's just so precious. He's so precious to me. And then in the end, when he learns to like apologize, and he's like, "Oh, winning isn't everything," my darling. And then, I honestly, I really, really like the fact that when you get to rank 10 in your confidants, it reveals that the person like figured out that Joker is a phantom thief. I really, I really like that detail, and I think with Shinya, it's just so sweet because you meet him. Well, I met him when people like were doubting the Phantom Thieves and were like um turning against them, and then you meet Shinya, and he's like, "Oh, I still believe in the Phantom Thieves. I think they're awesome. I think they're like the good guys." And it's so heartwarming to me. And then, and then when he's like, "Oh, maybe I could join the Phantom Thieves," and then Joker's like, "Why don't you ask them?" And then he's like, "Well, I just did." Oh, it's so cute. I feel like I'm gonna cry. He's so precious to me. Okay, moving on, moving on. Let's do. I'll leave the. Well, I already did on. Oh, let me do Mishima. You could die. Well, I'll put you in. I don't care whether you live or die. Um, in the beginning, he was kind of just like pervert. Well, in the beginning, he was kind of Shiro's victim, so I felt bad for him, and then he turned out to be a pervert, and I hated him. But in the end, his role was just like being this person who has so much faith in the Phantom Thieves, and is like one of the only people who believe in them. So I ended up liking him a little bit. So this is why he's in I Do Not Care Whether You Live or Die instead of You Can Die. I would have put him in You Can Die, I think, with my 50 hours. That's all I have to say about him. Let's do Yoshida. I'll put him in Love. Because I really enjoyed his social connection. I wish so bad. I think he he stopped being an option for me during Shido. I forget. But he stopped being an option for me at some point, and it made me really, really, really freaking sad. So every Sunday night I was with this guy. And I really love his heart, and I really love his message, and I really love everything, just everything. Like, he's so, just so kind, and so sweet, and so genuine, and I really enjoyed his social links, to be honest. I really loved those nights, and I love the messages that he was giving. Oh, what a darling. I wish I could have maxed out. I wish I could have maxed out his social link, to be honest. Um, Neutral Chihaya, her benefits were not of my interest, so I didn't really do her social links, but yeah, I don't like her, I don't dislike her. She's just there. She's just there. She's just there. Um, this is Sai. I love Sai, to be honest. She, by the end, she took on a really like big sister role, and I really like that for the entire Phantom Thieves, I think. And she reminded me a little bit of Kim Wexler. That's why she's in Love. And I saw a lot of her, and even before the reveal of everything, when the interview started getting longer and longer, I stopped disliking her as much. I think I started seeing her as someone that like she wanted to know the truth, um, and she wasn't like it felt. I know what her palace said about her, but it felt to me like she was open to listening to Joker and to figure out his truth, and I started liking that about her. And I really, really, really loved her palace. I really liked her shadow. I loved her palace, and I loved that in her palace there was this element of fairness, but it was like obviously the whole point of it is so that it seems fair, but it's not really fair on the inside. But I love that palace. I don't know. I don't know. And I liked her monster. It looked like Chainsaw Man. Um, I feel like okay. I'm leaving everyone that I would die for in real life. Let me put someone else. Let's put Sojiro. Oh my god, I hated him in the beginning. I remember I hated him so much in the first like few days because he was nagging me so much and he was on my ass. And he was always like making these snide comments about me being criminal and stuff. But it was I think sweet that he even agreed to take in Joker to begin with. Like, even because even if all you know is that this guy's a criminal and he assaulted someone and he took him in, it was nice. He's so kind. Is the thing. He's so kind. He's so kind, and he's very much his like tsundere level is one that I really enjoy in characters because it's like he is mostly tsundere, but then there are times where like he can be really, really heartfelt, and especially with Futaba. Ah, with Futaba, he's so sweet, and it's so funny to me his relationship with Futaba because Futaba does not give a fuck. Futaba is just like, I want this, I want this, I want this. And Soji was like, are you serious? Okay, I'll get it for you. And it's so father daughter, but when I love it so much. Speaking of Futaba, oh, I think I loved Futaba the second I saw her. The second I saw her in her messy ass room, I was like, oh, this is a character that's made for me. And I loved her palace so much. I loved her palace. And I loved learning about her. And I think everything about her just makes me want to cry. I'm about to cry right now. I just love Futaba. I mean, the fact that she called the Phantom Thieves on herself. Wait. The fact that she called the Phantom Thieves on herself, she knew that she didn't have the strength to change on her own. It makes me cry every time I think about it. Oh, I think I see. I think I see a lot of my younger self in Futaba. Maybe that's why I get so emotional. That's so embarrassing. But she's so funny and she's so sweet, and I love her personality. And I love her jokes. I think she's the funniest person ever. And I think she would play Overwatch. And I think she's epic. And I think she's awesome. And I really loved her social links. I didn't get her to 10, sadly. I think I got her to 8. I got her to 7 or 8 or something. But I want to play another route just to get like the people that I didn't get to 10. To get them to 10 this time. And Futaba's one of them. Again, this long ass game, I don't know when I'm gonna be able to get through it. Speaking of 10, Hifumi, my darling, my angel. I really liked her arc. I didn't expect it at all. And I really liked the way that she took it on the chin. And I really liked that she recognized her own faults. And I like her relationship with her dad. And I like the way she speaks and I like the way she looks. I think she's the prettiest person ever. And I think she's so sweet. And if I wasn't set on dating Kasumi, I 100% would have... What the hell am I listening to? I'm skipping this. Okay, never mind. It got good. But if I wasn't dead set on romancing Kasumi, I would have romanced her. I think her relationship with Joker is so sweet. I think the whole... I think the whole Joker wanting to be around her even after figuring out that her whole image was like fabricated, and like how much that meant to her was really sweet, and I really enjoyed that story. Okay, wait, I should have discussed this person. Wakaba? I'm neutral. I don't know. I don't have any feelings about her. when she was around during Monarchy's world, it wasn't really her to me. It was I was I don't know. I thought I cared mostly for Futaba's sake. I was like, oh, this is really sad when she doesn't have this anymore, etc., etc. But it was nice to see things with Futaba and Wakaba and Sakura all together. They were sweet during that time in Maruki's fucked up world. But again, it was like to an extent because it wasn't real. It wasn't real. Shiho, let's put her in like, I like her. There's not much for me to like love because she's just a side character. But I really like her friendship with On, and I like the way that she and On talk to each other, and I like the way that they regard each other. And I like that she wanted to go on the roof again to see if she would feel the same way. I think that was really admirable of her, and I liked her story. So about my oomph, Ryuji, oh, my darling, my darling, my darling Ryuji, my my angel boy. Oh my god, the second I I think everyone knew that I would like Ryuji. I think he's a very Sun character. He's just like a stupid boy. He's a stupid boy that's like kind of, I don't know. I he's so like innocent. He's so like he feels everything at 100%, and he's so like, oh, if I think this is the right thing, I'm gonna do it. It's so like Naruto, where it's like, oh, the right path is so obvious to him, and he's like gonna follow that path no matter what. Oh, what a darling! What a darling! The only thing, the only thing that I don't like about Yuji is when he talks about On in a certain way. But again, I don't put that on Yuji. I put that on the writers of Atlus, which is because it's not part of Yuji's character in my brain. Like, I don't think he would be saying those things to On. I think the writers wanted their characters to act that way towards On to build some kind of image around On of like, oh, she has so much sex appeal, etc., etc. So I'm removing that from his character. Yeah, to be honest. Um, with Yusuke, I don't do the same thing because with Yusuke, the things that he said towards On were very Yusuke like he said it without any like intention of being sexual. He said it as like, oh, this is art. Oh, this is art. Like he didn't. It's so Yusuke of him to have said things so inappropriately, but like not realize that they were inappropriate. Yusuke, I think I would really like him if I did his social links. Let's not talk about Yusuke. Let's talk about Haru. Haru, her name is Makoto. Makoto, the thing is, with Makoto, I got up to her rank 8 because she was in my team for a lot. Um, mm, I think she's in like, to be honest. I wanna love her because she's a girl and I really like her design. But I think her social links are really boring. I liked her a lot in the beginning when she was introduced as like, oh, this person that's a snitch, etc., etc. I liked her just because I knew she wasn't really like that. I liked that she had that image, even though it was an image that was kind of forced onto her because she was being like blackmailed with reference letters. I really thought that that was an interesting character. And then after that kind of fell apart, there was nothing really that interesting about her. And all her social links, up until where I got were about this other girl. I also don't like the fake dating trope, so that was a nerf. And I don't know. I don't necessarily like the way that she went about her talking with her friend's boyfriend either. I don't like that it wasn't like an immediate, oh, your boyfriend is texting me, he's a weirdo kind of thing. Like she waited for it to get really bad to say anything. Um, I don't know. Uh, yeah, that's it. She kind of, I don't know. And her role, her position, or like her comments during their group gatherings were kind of a nothing burger to me. I think she's cute, and I like that she went through this whole like, oh, I just want to be useful kind of thing, but that can only go for so long, right? Like, I just wish that her social links were about someone else and not about this girl. Like, it's nice that she made a new friend, sure, but is this really what we're gonna do every time we hang out? You're gonna make me pretend to date you. I don't know, I didn't really enjoy it that much. Let's talk about Haru, who I would die for. Oh, Haru! I love her so much. Would I die for her or do I just love her? I think I would die for her, to be honest. I really, really, really liked her story. And she said something to Joker during one of their social links that kind of hooked me completely. She said something like, hanging out with you is so much different than hanging out with my fiance. I think I have this feeling of like, I want to protect her. Same as On. And she's so, like, so sweet, so cute. I think she's the cutest girl ever. And I really like her. And I think she's, I don't know. I just really, really, really like her. And I wish I could have maxed her out too. And I used her a lot as a unit. She's a pretty good unit. Um, yeah. I honestly, I wish I got to rank 10 of her story because I think her story was so interesting too. Like the whole, her getting stocks and then having to figure out what to do with it. And then she like figures out something that she wants to do. But it's like something that nobody else wants, right? And I want to know what she would have done. Maybe I'll watch it on YouTube or something. But I really like her. I really like her story. I really like her personality. I like that she can like get really angry and passionate about things while also being like really cute and having that like really soft voice. I like her. I like her a lot. Let's talk about Eli. Oh my god, would I die for him? I think I would. uh, wait, I feel like I should also. I feel like I should also do this for Shinya because I feel like I would die for Shinya, to be honest. Um, Eli is just so sweet. Like I love that he's part of, or he was part of the Yakuza, but like his entire life is all about Kaoru and about giving Kaoru a good life and about like how much he loves Kaoru. I love the gecko thing. I love the gecko story so much, and I love that he gave Joker a gecko pin. I'm gonna cry. And I love how like easily he talks about like, oh, you're my second son now, or like you're Karu's brother now to Joker. I love that he always includes Joker in like, oh, these people that I want to protect. It's so sweet. I really, really, really like his social link. I didn't even though I didn't really care about customizing the guns. just because I loved him so much. Oh, that was the second time I cried. Okay, the only people left, the only people left are the most important people to talk about. Let's talk about Akechi first. Um, would I die for Akechi? Let's put them in love. Let's put them together. I love Akechi. I really, really, really love his character. Um, even in the, I don't think there was a moment, or was there? I think for like a fleeting moment when I realized that he was the guy that was killing people in their subconscious. I was like, oh, Akechi, you're a loser. You're a loser. You're being manipulated. I think it was up until it was between the moment that I figured out that he was that guy, and then up until the moment that I figured out that Shido was his dad. I think in between that moment, those two moments, I was like, oh, Akechi, you're a loser. I don't like you. Like, I thought he was a loser because he was like, how can you even fall for this ideology? Like, how can you be so righteous and then like follow through with this ideology that's so obviously wrong, right? But then it's his dad, so I can understand. And it becomes so meow meow. But even in the beginning, I really liked Takechi because I liked that he was very firm in his justice, in his like belief. Like he didn't care what anyone else thought. And even in the end, he was like that too. I really like that he would rather die than like not have free will, right? Like I like what he said where he didn't want to be alive just to serve someone else's happiness, like just to make Joker happy, which is crazy. But that was his wish for happiness, that Akechi was still alive. But I really, what a character. I think his writing is so good. I think his writing is maybe the best of the entire game. I really like how insane he is. And I like that he kind of lets it slip around Joker a little bit. That whole montage of the whole glove scene where he's like, I'll be honest with you, I hate you. Where he like is so honest with Joker about like, oh, you can do everything. You can do everything and it comes so easily to you, and that makes me angry. I think his character is just so good. I think his writing is so good. And I think, I don't know, like you can, like I said before, like you can understand why he does the things that he does. And I really think it's so funny how quickly he shifts from his like lifelong mission of getting Shido to recognize him to being like, okay, if Joker dies, then that'll be enough for me. That was so funny. On Shido's ship when he suddenly switched like that, and then he switched again when Joker wouldn't leave him. Oh my god, their story. Those two. I really think, like at the end of the day, I think this game is about Joker and Akechi. Above everything else, I think this is a game that's about Joker and Akechi. Because they're, it's the same way that Naruto is about Naruto and Sasuke, right? It's like two people who are very similar, but then they end up in like different situations, or like they end up going through different paths, and then they like mirror each other in ways that like reveal something about themselves on the inside. And like for Joker, I think Akechi shows a lot of like, sorry, I don't know where I was going with that, but I think when they talk and when they hang out, it shows so much, I don't know, so much potential of like what they can bring out of each other and what they can push each other to become. And I really like that Ikechi was the first person to have a showtime with Joker, during my run at least. And I like their showtime so much. I think I'd let it play every single time that it came on. It was so good. I just love their relationship. And I don't know. I just love Ikechi so much. I he's so like annoying, but I think it's in a way that's just so good. I don't know. I think his writing is really it literally it is the best in the whole game. And the Akechi outfit at the very end. I wonder what it means. I wonder what it means. I hope he survives. I hope he lives. I hope he reincarnated. I don't know. I just think, like, when I think about his end and the way that he died, and then he came back to life and then died again, but like willingly. I think it's, I think the writing is just so good. Because the first time he dies, it's to his own hand, right? And it's something that very much he doesn't want to happen. But then the second time he dies, it's also by his own hand. Because he's actively trying to get Margie defeated, which would ultimately kill him. And he's doing it willingly. He even, like, it's to the point where he's telling Joker, I don't give a fuck that you want me to be alive. Like, we have to destroy Margie. And I think it's so, like, I think the writing is so good that it gives him that kind of redemption of killing himself by his own hand. But then the second time around, it's like also his, what he wants, right? Versus the first time it was, oh, I'm defeated and it's me who's killing me. Yeah, I don't know. I love Akechi. I think he's a great character, and I really loved how insane he was during Marky's palace, like during the fights. His comments and like the way he would talk. Oh, like he was so unhinged. He's what a great character. Okay, the final I would die for you. Cosme. I was in love with her from the second I saw her. And I saw her so early in the game and I couldn't, like, I didn't get to know her until way later. But I loved her the entire time. I don't know, there was just something about her. Something about her aura. She is, I think she is my favorite character in this game, especially after the Marky thing. Like, I think I admired her so much as a character even before the Marky thing, but even more so afterwards. Like seeing her kind of grow from her own trauma. I think the whole sequence of fighting her because she wants to say it's Kasumi so bad is so, like, I felt bad for her. Like, I was like, Kasumi, what are you doing? Like, this isn't you. Look at me. I think her writing's so good too. Like, to be honest, I had some inklings that this is what was happening because I saw some things online, but I just let myself be in the moment and it was really, I think the full story of it, I didn't know the full story at all. I just knew that Kasumi may have died and maybe Kasumi wasn't really Kasumi. That's all I knew. But I didn't know the full story of anything. And I think her story was really touching. It was really heartfelt. And the whole thing of her living her whole life, like looking at Kasumi's strengths and not looking at her own, and then hearing that Kasumi saw her strengths and was scared of her, and then her figuring out, oh, what are my strengths? Like, I can't do gymnastics like Cosme does, but I can do it in a way where like you she shines the way that Cosme did too. Like she just had to find her own flow. She had to find her own thing. And I really enjoyed that. It was a really I think Cosme's entire arc, Sumi's entire arc was so heartfelt, like I said earlier. And I think her relationship with Joker is just so sweet. I think Joker with her, I don't know. I really loved her and Joker, and I really loved that she found like something in him. To be honest, I like the Joker Cosme ship, but I like it mostly because I like Cosme. But as a couple, I like that she isn't so invested in him, you know? Unlike Akechi and Joker, where it feels like each other is like their sole focus in life, I really like that Cosme like has her own goals and her own ambitions. It's just that her motivation to reach those things is Joker and also Cosme. And I like that she finds her own strengths. I like that she does that. I like that she doesn't join the Phantom Thieves. And I like that in the end she doesn't go back home with Joker. And I like that she has her own ambitions. I I just like her so much as a character. She's I think she has oh just the best writing. I think her and Akechi have the best writing in the whole game. And I think Cosme, I don't know. Because even when you're introduced to her, she talks about, oh, I leaned on you during my weakest moments, but that's over now. So the entire time I'm so curious, like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? And I really, really, really like their relationship, their friendship with each other. But I really liked mostly that through their friendship, Cosme found herself again. And I like that through their friendship, she found that she didn't need to lean on him as much as she was before. That's what I love about it the most. And I think it's such a contrast to Akechi and Joker. Because with them, it feels like it's more like toxic yaoi, where it's like I said, like Akechi abandoned everything just to be like, oh, Joker dies, everything is worth it to me. But like Kasumi, she wouldn't have let go of that goal for Joker at all, no matter what their relationship was. And I think that's what I like about both of them. Like both of their characters are very much it's very much in character for both of them to have both of those reactions, and that's what I really like about them individually. Like I love Kasumi as she is. I think she's so elegant and she's so talented and she's so kind and sweet. And I love her so much. Every time I saw her, every time I talked to her, every time I could meet up with her, it was just the sweetest, the sweetest, the sweetest. And she's just so kind, like in her soul. And I love how much she eats. She's just a great character. And she's so pretty. I love her. Okay, I've been talking about this for like an hour. I can't believe it was even that long. But this game was really good. And it was really, really, really fun. And I'm really happy that I played it finally, because it's been so long that I've been thinking about I should be playing Persona. And I do want to play P3. I'll probably play P3 next. But we'll see when that is. Maybe later this year, maybe near the end of this year, I'll play P3 after I play some other games. Well, that's the end of this YouTube series. I hope you all enjoyed. And by you all, I mean Marco. Thanks for watching. And thanks for helping with all the questions I had. We